Throughout history, people have vanished without warning. No bodies, no struggle, no answers. In most missing persons cases, there's at least something. A clue, a trail, a theory grounded in reality. But the disappearances you're about to hear about don't fit that pattern. Entire groups of people, gone, sometimes in seconds, sometimes leaving behind homes, food, even the dead. These are 5 mass disappearances that remain deeply unsettling and completely unexplained. Let's begin with a case that many historians consider the first great American mystery. In the late 1500s, over 100 English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. Men, women, and children, including a newborn girl named Virginia Dare. The colony struggled almost immediately. Supplies were low, tensions were high, and survival was uncertain. Their leader, John White, made the difficult decision to return to England for help. Before he left, the colonists agreed on a simple signal. If they were forced to abandon the settlement, they would carve a Maltese cross into a nearby tree. White expected to return within months. Instead, war delayed him for 3 years. When he finally stepped back onto Roanoke Island in August of 1590, the colony was silent. The buildings had been carefully dismantled. No bodies, no signs of violence, no trace of the 115 people who had lived there. Only one word had been carved into a wooden post: Croatoan. No cross, no explanation. To this day, no definitive evidence has ever surfaced explaining what happened to the lost colony of Roanoke, including what became of White's own family. Our next disappearance comes not from legend, but from modern warfare. And it may be even more disturbing. In August of 1915, during World War I, a British battalion known as the Sandringhams advanced toward Turkish positions during the Gallipoli campaign. They were seen, they were documented, and they were never seen again. According to multiple eyewitnesses, a strange formation of low, dense clouds hovered over the battlefield that day. Beneath them sat a much larger cloud, resting directly on the ground, unnaturally still. As the Sandringham battalion marched forward, they entered the cloud. One by one, every soldier disappeared into it. Moments later, the cloud slowly lifted from the ground, joined the others above it, and drifted away. When the area was later secured, no bodies were found. No prisoners were reported. No trace of the battalion was ever recovered. Hundreds of men erased. Next, we travel to Brazil, to a village that simply stopped existing. In 1923, visitors arrived at a small settlement called Hoer Verde, expecting to find a thriving community of around 600 people. Instead, they found silence. Homes stood open. Personal belongings were untouched. Food remained where it had been prepared. But the people were gone. Police were called in. The investigation uncovered a single firearm in a schoolhouse, recently fired. On the chalkboard, a chilling message had been written: "There is no salvation." No evidence of a struggle was found. No bodies. No mass migration. Despite extensive searches, not a single resident of Hoer Verde was ever located again. It was as if the entire village had vanished overnight. Now we come to one of the strangest stories on this list, a town that may never have existed at all. During the late 1920s, multiple travelers claimed to pass through a small town in Iowa called Urkhammer. Some said they bought supplies there. Others claimed they stopped for fuel. But when aerial photographs of the area were taken, no town appeared, just open fields. One man, after purchasing gasoline in Urkhammer, drove a short distance down the road, only for his car to sputter and die. His tank was empty. He walked back the way he had come, intending to confront the shop owner. But no matter how far he walked, Urkhammer was gone. Later reports became even more unsettling. Families claimed to see children playing in the streets, children who vanished when approached. Police officers described knocking on doors their hands passed straight through. And then, Suddenly, the town disappeared completely. Where Urkhammer was said to stand, only empty land remained. No buildings, no roads, no answers. Our final disappearance takes us to the frozen north of Canada, and may be the most haunting of all. In the winter of 1930, a fur trapper arrived at Lake Anjikuni, a remote Inuit fishing village known to house thousands of people. But when he arrived, the village was empty. Huts stood intact. Food remained stored. Fires had gone cold. There were no footprints leading away from the settlement. When authorities investigated, they made a series of horrifying discoveries. Sled dogs had been buried beneath snowdrifts, starved to death. Food supplies had been abandoned, and every grave in the village cemetery had been opened. The living were gone. So were the dead. That same night, investigators reported seeing a strange blue light pulsing on the horizon. Not an aurora, and not easily explained. The people of Lake Anjikuni were never found. 5 mass disappearances. 5 mysteries that defy logic, history, and reason. What do you think happened in these places? Were these tragedies the result of human actions, or something far more unsettling? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if stories like these send chills down your spine, you're in the right place.